am Madam Gracious Kanzini from Educare, Tanzania. Warmly welcome in our best media Educare TZ, so as you can proceed with our A-level tutorials. And my students here, we have our simple and interesting subject known as chemistry, and our class level is Form 5. So we are discussing about inorganic chemistry, and we are in our first subtopic, which is all about periodic classification. My students, today, our main concern, we are going to deal with the reactions of chlorides of the period 3 element with water. Remember, we are discussing the concept of chemical periodicity. And this concept of chemical periodicity, we have to look on the trends, periodic trend along the period 3 element. Sasa hapa tunaambiwa kwamba kwenye hii period 3 element we have to cover all about hydrates, chlorides, all about hydrates, chlorides, hydroxide, but also about oxide. Sasa we have already covered the issue of the hydrates. I hope the hydrate is clear for you. Kwa utajaribu kufanya revision, utajaribu kusummarize a lot so as you can understand the concept. Sasa hivi tuna shift, tunaenda kwenye this reaction of the chlorides along the period 3 of the period 3 element, lakini zikiwa zina react na nani? Zikiwa zina react na water molecule. Okay, so my students, when we talk about the chlorides, mean that we are talking about the all compound of the what? Of the chloride. Anasema kwamba the chloride of the sodium and magnesium are ionic or strong electrovalent compound. Kwamba tunapokuja kuangalia this chlorides of the sodium and magnesium, anasema kwamba are ionic. Lakini pia anasema all strong electrovalent compound. Kwamba ni ionic or strong electrovalent compound. Why? You can remember yourself about this concept of electrovalent or ionic. Tunajua kwamba it is always formed between, it's always involved the reaction between metal and non-metal. Sasa utaona ni chlorides, lakini pia we have sodium and magnesium. Therefore simply it's going to give us the covalent, ionic or electrovalent compound. So they are not hydrolyzed by water. Cha kwanza hicho. Kwamba this chloride of the sodium and magnesium, anasema kwamba they are not hydrolyzed by water. Instead, they just ionize completely from neutral, to form neutral solution. Zenyewe hizi chloride compound of sodium and magnesium, anasema kwamba haziwi hydrolyzed with water. Instead, just zinakuwa ionized or ionizes completely. It tends to ionize completely to form neutral solution. So this is the secret behind these chlorides of the sodium and magnesium. Cha kwanza haziwi hydrolyzed by water or with water, but finally they tend to ionize completely so as to form the what? The neutral solution. This is all about the chlorides compound. As a why do this chlorides compound display these features? Kwa nini hydrolyze with water but also huwa just ionize completely na kutengeneza neutral solution? Kwa nini? So we have to know the reason why this happened. So simply because they have large ionic size. Kwamba when we talk about the issue of the sodium and magnesium, the chloride of sodium and magnesium, they exhibit large ionic size and low charge compared to the other element in the same period. Sasa tukija kwenye issue ya atomic, the issue of the ionic size na issue ya charge, utaona kwamba charge yake ni ndogo kwa sababu tunajua kwamba magnesium ana charge, sodium ana charge ngapi? Ya 1. Magnesium ana charge ya 2. Lakini tunapokuja kwenye issue ya ionic size, you can see that the ionic size is very large. The ionic size is very large, but the charge are small. And ni small ukifanya comparison na element nyingine. Kwa mfano, sodium ana charge ya 1, magnesium ana charge ya 2. Nitakapoenda kwenye element nyingine, for instance aluminium, utaona kwamba ana charge ya ngapi? Ana charge ya 3. Lakini the same ninavyoenda kwenye element mwingine, kumbuka ni period hiyo moja, lakini utaona kwamba zenyewe zinakuwa na large size lakini low charge, anasema compared to the other elements in the same period, kwenye period hiyo hiyo. Yani ukizikompare na elements nyingine utaona kwamba zenyewe zinakuwa na size kubwa lakini low charges. The low charge, that is why first haziwi hydrolyzed with water, lakini pia they just ionize completely so as to form the neutral molecule or the neutral solution. So they can also conduct electricity and undergo electricity when fused. Sasa kumbuka hizi tumesema ni nini? Ni electrovalent molecule or compound. Hasa kama ni electrovalent or ionic compound, actually they involve positive and nanometals, and they are ion actually after interacting to each other we can conduct the electricity. That's why anasema kwamba hizi pia chloride of the sodium and magnesium anasema can also conduct electricity. Na maana ina uwezo au zina uwezo hizi compound za kufacilitate conductivity of electricity. But also anasema and undergo electrolysis when fused, kwamba sometimes zinaweza zikaundergo kabisa electrolysis wakati zikiwa fused. I hope you know about electrolysis. Ulisoma ukiwa kidato cha 3. Okay, so anasema kwamba the sodium chloride dissolve readily in water with a negligible heat change to form colorless solution which contain the sodium ion and chlorine ions. This is about sodium chloride. The sodium chloride. Sasa sodium chloride anasema kwamba dissolves readily in water. Kumbuka tumeambiwa kwamba his compound does not dissolve in water. Huwa haziwi hydrolyzed with water. Instead, zina ionize completely to form a neutral solution. For instance, hii sodium chloride utaona kwamba anasema kwamba dissolves readily in water with a negligible heat change. Tunaposema negligible heat change maana yake kwamba the energy is very low and can be assumed equal to 0. That's the meaning of the negligible. Yeah, negligible. Yani kitu ambacho ni kidogo sana ambacho tunaweza mathematically tukakifanyia approximation is sana 0. Very very small or can be ignored kabisa. Sasa anasema kwamba it is heat change will be negligible, and therefore it tend to form the colorless solution which contain the sodium ion and chlorine ion. Ndo yale tuliyoona kule kwamba this compound of sodium chloride they are just ionizes completely to form the neutral solution. Ndo hizi hapa. Sasa unaona hapa tumeform this colorless solution ambayo imecontain the sodium ion lakini pia imecontain the chlorine ion. So the reaction does not involve hydrolysis. Umesikia? Reaction does not involve hydrolysis like this one. Kwa hiyo reaction ni hii hapa. Sasa katika normal reaction, kwa sababu hapa tumechukua sodium chloride plus water, we expect tungezalisha labda sodium oxide and hydrochloric acid, labda tungezalisha kitu kama hicho, but here it is different kwa sababu tumeambiwa kwamba this compound, the compound of chloride, tumeambiwa kwamba reaction does not involve hydrolysis. Sasa kama hainvolve hydrolysis maana kwamba haireact na nini, hydrolyzed with water. Instead anasema it ionizes completely, maana kwamba hii compound of the chloride itakuwa ionized moja kwa moja kwenda kutupelekea formation na neutral, kwenda kupeleka formation of neutral solution, ambapo hapa utaona kwamba this is sodium chloride plus water molecule. Sasa product ambazo tunaweza kuzipata hapa, tunaenda kupata the product of the ionizing his compound baada ya ionize completely, tunaenda kupata sodium ion and chlorine ion and not hydrolysis with water. I hope that is clear. It's something confusing, lakini you have to understand kwamba when we talk about the chloride of the sodium, it does not hydrolyze with water. Instead, they are just ionizes completely itself and to form these neutral solutions, ambapo hapa natuambia kwamba they tend to form the colorless solution of the sodium ion and the chlorine ion, as you see here in our reaction. And my student, this is our first part of our discussion. Thank you so much. Stay tuned so as we can proceed with the second part of our discussion. Thank you.